Hello and welcome to the Conscious Leadership Podcast. My name is Julie Hogbin and I am the creator and founder. This podcast covers every aspect of conscious leadership and the Conscious Leadership Code. And if there is a particular example or angle or subject you would like an episode on, please reach out and let me know and I will create it specifically for you. How to build credibility. In the world of personal and professional development, in the world of leadership, in the world of business, in the world of being employed or an employer, credibility is the currency of its own. It involves a perfect blend of trustworthiness, expertise, integrity, and a large sprinkle of charisma. So let's have a look at what it means, why it's important, and how you can build and maintain it. Credibility is a layered concept that is crafted from many different elements. It is not just one thing. And the core of credibility revolves around two major areas, which are trustworthiness and expertise. So let's have a look at those two. Trustworthiness. This refers to the degree to which people perceive you or your company as reliable and dependable. It is a combination of both objective facts and subjective perceptions. And to establish trustworthiness, you need to walk the talk. You need to fulfill the promises you make to others, whether you actually say the word, I promise or not. When you commit and say you're going to do something, it's a promise. So you fulfill the promises you make to others. And plus, there is so much more to trustworthiness. And I have spoken about it before. I've written about it before. There's a 10-point assessment model that you can use. So please look at other episodes or other blogs. And for those of you that are listening, if you go to juliehogbin.com, there are loads of articles that you can reference on all sorts of subjects. So I do the podcast and I also write articles, and they're sometimes the same and sometimes very different. So the second concept of credibility is expertise. So being seen as an expert basically involves demonstrating your extensive knowledge and experience in a certain area. So think about in advance, what's the area that you are an expert in? What's the area that you want to be credible in? Now, you can have multiple areas of expertise. You can create multiple credibility arenas, and ultimately you will be known for something. So you may need to know what that something is first. And if you're changing areas, you're changing your career, or you're being promoted, or you're starting your own business, or you're just having a midlife crisis and you're going to go off and do something completely different, work out what it is. So expertise is not just about, and I was talking about this morning, talking. It is not just about spouting impressive jargon. Expertise is showing a depth of knowledge. It is about being able to talk with objective facts. So subjective thoughts influenced by emotion, objective facts not influenced by emotion. If you are not backing or creating your credibility with objective fact, you're basically just contributing to the hot air rather than becoming a credible expert. So let's have a look at some of the other components that back up credibility. A big area of this is around your if you like, your charisma and your attractiveness to others. Because to be credible and to build credibility, people have to be attracted to you, to listen to you, to absorb the information that you are providing. Now, this does not mean you have to become the supermodel, whether you're male or female. It's not about that. Although that does actually, your physical attractiveness and your physical height, what you look like in this wonderful world we live in, does make a difference. Lots of research on that. But more than that, it is about the appeal for others that absolutely stem from your unique personality and your value. So how do you come across? And I'll do more on charisma. And why does credibility matter? Because credibility would have once in the day just come from who you met face to face and who was in your local commune, your local community. But now, with the advent of the World Wide Web, and I really sometimes forget this has only been around for the last 30-something years, your credibility carries weight both online and offline. And it pervades every aspect of your life. And it has both personal implications and professional implications. It has implications on any relationship you build, from personal to career to business. So let's have a look at this. Whether you're networking in a business conference or you're chatting with friends on social media, your credibility, your reputation precedes you. And it can be the key to building meaningful connections and establishing that positive reputation. And both credibility and reputation and trust can be lost very quickly. They can take a long time to build. They can be lost on one thing you say or do. So credibility can be likened to goodwill. It's a gift that somebody provides you. It's a token of trust that others give to you. And while it can take time to build, it can also be lost in an instant, which I've just mentioned, which makes it even more crucial to uphold, but to uphold and to protect. So how do you do that? So the importance of facts. I've already spoken about subjectivity and objectivity. Accurate facts are your foundation of your credibility. Be precise and be clear in your communication. Use real life stories, real life images to make your points relatable and understandable. And always share your most compelling evidence first. We'll come to that because there's a process of how you do all of this. But you showcase your expertise. You let your knowledge shine. You have your data at your fingertips. It's in your filing cabinet in your brain. And you don't hesitate to mention your credible sources, whatever they may be, as long as it's done in an informative and humble manner. And there is a balance to be played into this. And continually update your knowledge and remain current in your field, because that is what maintains your credibility. Now, there is a power of integrity-led authenticity. And you will never hear me ever say you need to be authentic. You will always hear me say that you need to have integrity-led authenticity. So you speak from the heart and you're genuine. You balance logic with emotion, and you use vivid language to make an impact. But it's about integrity. Now, integrity is honesty and moral based, because we can all be authentic. And what are we authentic to? To work that out Liars are authentic. They're authentic to lying. Thieves are authentic. They're authentic to thieving. So what is your integrity-led authenticity? Work your principles out. Work out what you stand for. So show your passion, speak with purpose, and remain composed with and through emotional intelligence. Honesty, ethics, and integrity are absolute non-negotiables when it comes to building credibility. If you promise something, fulfill it. If you make a mistake, own it. Apologise and make amends. Always be ready to admit any weakness in your argument and mistake you have made. Remember, no one's perfect and no one is an island of one. You do not do this on your own, whatever this is for you. So highlight the common ground you share with others. Show how you're genuinely similar or share life experiences. It's about creating connection and resonance, which reinforces your credibility in the process. Your credibility is a key factor, and that can open many doors for you in any aspect of your life. And it is part of your persona, part of your personality that you need to constantly cultivate and protect. So by adhering to the principles of trustworthiness, showcasing your expertise and maintaining honesty and integrity, emphasising shared common ground, you can over time establish and uphold a credible persona. You create your credibility, you maintain your credibility. And the clue to keeping the credibility is you learning how to communicate, learning how to be trustworthy, and learning how to share willingly and well your expertise with integrity. If anybody wants to know any more about this, please reach out. You can connect with me through juliehogbin.com and on any of my social media platforms. And remember, nothing sits in isolation. Everything is connected. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Conscious Leadership Podcast. And if you have found it useful, please leave a review. And if you have found it useful, please share it with others that will find it useful as well. If you want to know more about my publishing, please follow me through to the Amazon author page. And if you would like to follow me on any of my other social media channels, please do, which also includes a YouTube channel.